Press Box. Weekdays starting at 7 on ESPN Las Vegas. Wake up with the Press Box with Graney and Bischoff. Weekday mornings at 7 on ESPN Las Vegas, 1100 AM and 100.9 FM. Wake up and take a seat in the Press Box with Graney and Bischoff. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10.
SportsCenter All Night continues with Jay Reynolds.
Glad you can make SportsCenter All Night part of your night. ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs for protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com.
Half-hour headlines on SportsCenter All Night.
Braves run their win streak to 12, beating the Nationals Monday, but losing Ozzie Albies to a broken foot, while Washington puts Steven Strasburg back on the injured list. Lamar Jackson skips the voluntary gatherings, but he is now back with the Baltimore Ravens. Warriors are in the driver's seat in the NBA Finals after their win in Game 5.
87-78 Golden State. Curry around the Looney screen at the top. Now darts by Robert Williams. Slings it to the wing to Wiggins. Wiggins drives through the lane. Puts it up with a right hand. Good. Andrew Wiggins can do no wrong tonight with 22 points and 11 boards.
First time all season that Andrew Wiggins has led his team outright in both points and rebounds. Mark Kestecher at the call here on ESPN Radio as the Warriors beat the Celtics by 10, 104-94 to take a 3-2 series lead. Wiggins big down the stretch for Golden State. He spoke with our Lisa Salters.
Thank you, Mike. Andrew, just what felt good to you tonight?
Just attacking the rim. Because I got one going early and I got on that mindset to stay aggressive and to stay attacking.
What message did you want to send with that dunk late in the fourth quarter?
We're here. We're here and, we're hungry. We want this. The team that wants it the most is going to get it. We want it.
Back-to-back double-doubles for you for just the second time in your career. Can you describe the flow that you seem to be in right now on both sides of the ball?
Man, I'm just trying to do every little thing to win. That's it. Whether I got to score, rebound, defend, anything I'm asked to do on the court to help win, I'm going to do.
Thursday will be the first finals closeout game of your career. Your chance to become a champion. Have you allowed yourself to think about that? What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm excited. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. Something I worked hard for, so the team worked hard for. So I'm excited. I can't wait.
Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Wiggins finishing with 26 points in the win. Klay Thompson had 21. He was 5 of 11 from three-point range. Those 5 three-pointers that he made, more than the rest of the Warriors combined. The rest of Golden State making 4. Steph Curry made none. 0 for 9 from three-point range. Finished with 16 points, but he snaps his record streak of 233 consecutive games with a made three-pointer. But Curry and the Warriors do get the win. The game was here on ESPN Radio. Mark Kestecher, Doris Burke, PJ Carlissimo had our call.
This is the NBA Finals Post-Game Extra.
The beauty of Stephen Curry is, yes, he shot 7 for 22, but let's not remember the amount of effort required and the defensive attention given that opens up windows of opportunity for the guys around the PJ.
And he still got 16 points and 8 assists. There's a lot of guys would love to do that in the NBA Finals. Ho-hum, poor game by Steph Curry standards, but still, major contribution. We were singing the praises of Andrew Wiggins, who you can say, and Steve Kerr has said to us and to the media in general, Bob Myers' decision to make that deal. Remember, we are 3 years ago to the day when Klay Thompson busted up his ACL. They lost to Toronto in the finals. Kevin Durant leaves. And they're without without Steph 5 games into the next season. They go 15 and 50, and they make that trade. D'Angelo Russell to Minnesota. They get Wiggins and a first-rounder. That turns into Kuminga. 2 lottery picks this summer, and they have been able to get this team back to where we're looking at a potential, if they get one more win, to get it to 4 championships in 8 years.
Well, how much barking was there back at the All-Star game when Andrew was voted in as a starter? Everybody's going, what are we talking about? Andrew Wiggins is a starter in the All-Star game. Andrew Wiggins is playing the best basketball of his career in the playoffs. He's coming off a great regular season. He's played better in the playoffs.
And we mentioned, Doris, about the bench advantage tonight. We got to give some kudos to Jordan Poole and Gary Payton II. Poole hit a three that kind of accelerated this fourth quarter run. And Gary Payton, who came back from a broken elbow, came up with 15 big off the bench.
Gary Payton understands how to star in his role. His defense is elite. He caused a couple of turnovers tonight with the pressure. He's an excellent cutter, opportunistic on the boards. But the Celtics, just a couple of things, Kesty, as you move back to Boston and try to save your season. Their fourth quarter woes continue. They have been absolutely abysmal in the fourth. Your stars have really struggled in the fourth. Tonight, Tatum and Brown combined 2 for 9. Your team goes 26%. PJ said it. We've got to go back to Boston. If you're Ime Udoka, you've got to be highly concerned at your inability to function appropriately in the fourth quarter, because it's those and the turnovers have killed you.
I end our portion of the broadcast the way we started it. Do you have a feel for this series as we head 3,000 miles east Thursday
No,
night?
there's no question is put themselves in great shape. But I mean, this series, this game alone had so many twists and turns. I'm not going to be surprised at all if we see the Boston Celtics come up with a great effort, which they've done. Don't forget what they did against Milwaukee and what they did against Miami.
They were down 3-2
Correct.
against Milwaukee, and they had to go on the road to win a second straight Game 7. Now they're going to need a third straight Game 7 if they want a chance at Title 18.
Let's just put this in perspective. They were 20 and 21 and then 500 after 42 games. Nobody expected them to advance to the finals. They turned it around. It's been a season of overcoming adversity. They're climbing uphill. They have the ability to do it.
Safe travels to all heading east. We will rejoin you on Thursday night for Game 6. The Larry O'Brien Trophy will be in the house, and the Celtics are hoping it'll stay in the case and head back west here for a Game 7 potentially on Sunday. Once again, Game 5 goes to the Warriors, 104-94 over the Celtics. For Doris Burke, PJ Carlissimo, Monica McNutt, our producer, John Medani, our engineer, the great Al Rosenberg, I'm Mark Kestecher from San Francisco.
The NBA playoffs are on. ESPN Radio.
Warriors are 1 win away from their 7th title, 5-1 series record under Steve Kerr. 4th time in finals history that we've seen each of the first 5 games of the series decided by double digits. It also happened in 1960, 1988, and in 2016. As Kesty mentioned, Game 6, Thursday in Boston. It's on ABC. You'll hear it here on ESPN Radio. In the meantime, much more coming up this morning on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, 6 to 10 Eastern time here on ESPN Radio. Right now, Sports Center all night. 2 teams are left standing. Lakers are not one of them. They didn't make the postseason, as we know. New L.A. coach Darvin Ham was rather straightforward when he was introduced this month, mentioning that the Lakers' success will be dependent on what they get from Anthony Davis. He said in his introductory press conference, quote, "We need consistency out of Anthony Davis. We need him to be healthy. We need him to be in good mental space. And we need him to be as consistent as possible." Then came Friday when AD just happened to note that he hadn't shot a basketball since probably April 5th. Earlier on ESPN Radio, 6-time NBA All-Star Amari Stoudemire.
I don't like the way that sounds.